Hello, what we've got here, guys, we have the AKASO Trace 1, I think that's how you pronounce it, a dash cam. This can be found on Amazon for $79.99. It's a 1080p dash cam, but it has dual lenses, dual cameras, and it record at 60 frames per second in normal single mode, and when it's in dual mode it will record at 30 frames per second. Here's some of the specifications there on the front: night vision, rear infrared night vision. So we have one camera on, obviously recording what's in front of you, and then one recording what I believe is going to be the interior of the car, and obviously you better see back and side windows. But some manuals here. Suction cup, a really long in-car charger for the lighter. Also get an extra USB cable there, maybe to supply power indoors. Another mini USB connector with a couple of sticky tabs and routing clips for routing the cables around the car. And this funny old tool here. Really looking forward to use this. Well, straight away it looks like an action camera, which is pretty cool. Field of view 170 degrees, AKASO, micro SD card, a mic, power button there as well. I'm sure it does other modes. There you have a display. That side's clear, looks to be like a speaker they built in there. At the bottom we have some other buttons and a reset switch. Clicky buttons there. Oh, I really like the design of that. It looks really, really smart. Take that off. And that. Yeah. Look at that. Proper nice, isn't it? Let's go and see what this bad boy can do.
And they're not answering. Morning, DS Armstrong.
Sorry, sis.
Bollocks. Okay, Mispers are Dylan and Holly Meredith. Twins, 15. Didn't come home after a night out in youth club. Given their age, they're high risk, so this is top priority.
Here we go, guys, testing out the AKASO Trace 1 on my way to work, and it's immediately started recording as soon as I switched the power on. I'm not sure what the benefit is completely to record the inside of the car. Don't know. Switched it to just single 1080p mode, so it's just the front camera recording. This is now at 60 frames per second.
Even
15 minutes time.
Perfect. So we're in dual mode again, front and rear. And on the display it's actually displaying the front view, and the top left hand corner it's displaying the rear view as well to me. You can stop it displaying me, but it'll still record me as well until you switch to actual single front mode. Looking back at the footage yesterday as well, I can see the benefit of having rear-facing recording inside. You can see the rear window and obviously the side windows as well. So if you are hit from the back or at the sides, then I'm pretty sure you'll catch something. You'll catch something decent. Obviously, the main focus is the front. The picture quality doesn't look too bad. It's been quite overcast the last couple of days. Quite miserable. Okay, we're going to try some nighttime driving now. The infrared lights are on. Going to nip to Tesco. Do a bit of shopping, late night shopping. It's easier, less hassle without the kids. Let's see what it looks like on the camera. Oh god. Come on. There's traffic. Go in here, squeeze in here, all done. So, and when you first get this, you do wonder how on earth the suction cap actually mounts to the dash cam itself. Here you can already see it's mounted on the front of the dash cam. This is the reason for this tool as well, because you take the plastic or the rubber grommet out there and you slide that off that way, then you can put the grommet back in. But obviously if you're using it permanently, there's no reason to take it off. And that is clipped in well and truly good, and it's quite difficult, I think, even to, there we go, I've done it. Okay, there we go. So obviously that's what it was like at the start. So yeah, when first looking at it, you do wonder where on earth you put it, but there you go. And it's got a twisty head on it, so you can twist it that way. You can also Maneuver it up and down as well like that. So it's pretty decent. And like I said, you get a good strong connection on your windscreen as well. So turn it on. There's a micro SD card in at the moment. It's only 16 gig. And you can see the display there. It's got the rear camera there. You see my finger, and the front facing camera there. This is in dual camera mode at the moment. This blue light there, when that's flashing, that means it's in recording mode. So if we press record, now we are, now in recording mode, and that's flashing. And at night time or in dark conditions, you'll see 4 red dots, and that's the infrared kicking in as well. Press pause like that. Okay, that will turn that off. While in dual mode, you can turn that camera off there. So you press that once. It's still recording in dual mode, so it is still recording me, but you're not having that in the way when you're driving or whatever like that. You click it again, and then it's come back again. Simple. And the controls are really easy. You get the 4 buttons there at the bottom, which correspond to the 4 buttons there at the bottom of the display. Record, the dual camera mode, files, and settings. At the top there, microphone, battery indicator. You also got the time as well there, and the date, but obviously that's wrong. I haven't corrected that. Okay, so I've just popped it on charge. I've got plugged in the cable that you get with it. It was running low on battery. Obviously there is a built-in battery. Battery takes a good couple of hours to charge fully, and battery life lasts around about 20 minutes. Obviously you're going to be using the main power source when using it, but for parking sensor, when your parking sensor's on, it's probably ideal for that when they're using the battery when your car's not running. To go through the settings, you have 2 sections. You've got video settings there and just normal settings. Press OK. Screensaver, date, time, beep, language, parking monitor, so you can turn the parking monitor on or off, frequency, format the disk, and default settings, and firmware version. Click back and go to video settings, so you can set the resolution. This is what we got: 1080p and 1080p at 30 frames per second, so that's the front and the rear, and then 1080p at 60 frames per second, that's just recording the front. So I just left it on 1080p front and rear. Loop recording, you can have 1, 3, 5 minutes or off. So on mine left to 3 minutes. After every 3 minutes it would start a new recording. Dual cam display, front and rear. I had it all in front and rear all the time. Wide dynamic range, I always had that on as well. Record audio, yes. Date stamp, and here the G sensor. Off, low, medium or high. I had it on low, and it detected me opening the boot, closing the boot, and getting in the car, or shutting the door. That's when it was on low settings as well. So the G sensor works really well, and it records a 30-second clip. So if we come out of there and go back, you can click the button there, so you can check your normal videos, your locked videos, and parking videos. Click OK. Now these 2 folders represent what camera to look at, so you can have a look at the main camera. I believe that's the main camera, and you can also see a little key at the top left there, indicates locking. I don't know what that picked up. That might have been me when I was testing it. Yeah, I just locked the door. So I got out my car and just locked the door, and it sensed the slam, and it's just going to record 30 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. The G sensor works well, and it will restore it in the folders there. And you also get the locked files as well. There's no files in that one. No files in that one, but you can choose it to lock files, and any locked files will be in that folder there. the padlock. Interface, really easy to use, as I've just shown. Really easy. Easy to install, and I think the quality is very good as well. I didn't see much difference between the 60 frames per second and normal 30 frames per second in 1080p, to be honest. But overall, I think the quality is pretty good. Build quality is nice. It's a smart device. Let's unplug that. Might have a bit more juice now. So I think the camera is definitely up there with some of the best cameras that I've used for a dash cam. I really like the front and rear camera features. An all-round decent dash cam. I think it's about £80 as well on Amazon. Yeah, really good dash cam. Links are in the description below if you want to take a look and purchase one. And if you need a micro SD card as well, you may as well get one of them. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is the AKASO Trace 1 dash cam. And any questions, please comment below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.